What if every minute of your day was a clue? Imagine a man who lives like a detective, even when there's no crime. He treats his moustache like a masterpiece, his life like a chessboard, and his thoughts like a perfectly aligned filing cabinet. Meet Hercule Poirot, Agatha Christie's legendary detective. He's fictional, yes, but don't be fooled. His routine? It's not just meticulous, it's borderline obsessive. And beneath the rituals, the symmetry, the silk suits, lies a philosophy of genius. Let's unlock Hercule Poirot's principles and discover the strange and brilliant routine of the master of the little grey cells. So, who was Hercule Poirot? Hercule Poirot was born, not in history, but ink. In 1920, Agatha Christie introduced him in The Mysterious Affair at Styles as a Belgian refugee of World War I, a former policeman with impeccable manners and an unshakable sense of order. He's fussy, he's vain, he's obsessed with neatness, but he's also brilliant. Across 33 novels, 30 plus short stories, and 2 plays, Poirot solves some of fiction's most complex crimes, from Murder on the Orient Express to Death on the Nile. What makes him unforgettable isn't just the brilliance, it's the rituals. So let's step into a day in the life of the man who made method a religion. Poirot starts every morning at the same time, 6:30 sharp. No alarm needed. His internal rhythm is unshakable. He sits upright, adjusts his silk gown, and spends 8 minutes grooming his moustache. Each stroke is measured, each curl intentional. This is not vanity, it's symmetry. To Poirot, physical order is the foundation of mental clarity. Before speaking a word, he performs a short series of stretching movements, not for fitness, but alignment. The goal is to bring the body into balance before the brain begins its work. Poirot's first principle: order your world, order your thoughts. He once said, "Disorder, it offends the eye, it disturbs the mind. I will have none of it." His bath is set to exactly 108 degrees Fahrenheit, checked twice. He bathes slowly, using lemon-scented soap and a stiff nail brush. Every movement has intention. He then shines his shoes, himself, using gloves and a velvet cloth. His wardrobe follows a strict code. Dark suits on Monday, grey on Wednesday, light tones only on Sunday. Poirot's second principle: control the small things to master the big ones. Breakfast is a sacred ritual. 2 soft-boiled eggs, perfectly identical in size. If not, they're rejected. A lightly toasted brioche, unsalted butter, and a fine Darjeeling tea. He reads 2 newspapers, Le Figaro and The Times, not for headlines, but for errors and inconsistencies. Misprints, contradictions, subtle shifts in tone, these are the clues he trains his mind on. Every morning he is already investigating the world. Poirot's third principle: the truth lies in the overlooked detail. His brain is warming up, not with caffeine, but with contradiction. At his desk, he opens a fresh white handkerchief. On it, he arranges the names of suspects, handwritten on colored cards, each aligned geometrically. Red means deception, green, innocence. He asks one quiet question: what does not fit? He doesn't rush, he rearranges, he waits for the oddity to emerge. Poirot's fourth principle: patience reveals what haste conceals. At noon, Poirot enters what he calls the sacred hour. No phones, no notes, no voices. He speaks aloud, only to himself, reconstructing scenes, analyzing behavior, detecting gaps. This is meditation by logic. His meals wait, his companions wait. For Poirot, no action is taken until the mind is absolutely clear. Poirot's fifth principle: stillness brings clarity. Poirot lunches in silence, no small talk. Lunch is light, usually fish, always with a fresh floral arrangement on the table. He insists on proper linen napkins and a single glass of white wine. Poirot's sixth principle: simplicity fuels clarity. Poirot rarely begins his on-site investigations before mid-afternoon. He visits crime scenes where people are less prepared. He listens not just to what is said, but to what isn't. postures, hesitations, eye movement, silence. I do not say you lie, madame. I merely suggest your truth is decorative. Poirot's seventh principle: what people hide is often louder than what they say. Yes, Poirot takes a second bath. Same temperature, same soap, same method. He changes into fresh clothes, not for anyone else, for himself. He says, one must dress the mind by dressing the body. Poirot's eighth principle: refresh to refocus. Dinner is more elaborate. A perfectly folded napkin, candlelight. He often dines with his friend Hastings or an associate. But he talks very little, until, that is, the moment arrives when he begins to lay out the case, not for solving, but for listening to himself retell it. He believes the truth will often present itself in repetition, not in rush. Poirot's ninth principle: repetition is revelation. Before bed, Poirot opens a small black journal. In it, he writes three things: what he learnt, what remains unclear, and what he suspects but cannot yet prove. He reads over the day's notes once again, aligns the cards on his desk, and folds a fresh handkerchief. At exactly 10:45, he turns off the light. Poirot's 10th principle: end with intention, begin with clarity. So, what have we learned from Hercule Poirot's daily routine? Poirot teaches us that greatness is not always dramatic. It's in the repetition, the discipline, the clarity. His routine is a mirror of his mind, focused, symmetrical, and always alert to detail. You don't need to take 2 baths a day, but maybe a bit more order, more reflection, more method might unlock your own little gray cells. To solve a great mystery, begin with the smallest detail. Hercule Poirot didn't just solve crimes, he mastered life through order and observation. So, would you try any part of Poirot's routine? Drop it in the comments. If you love this dive into Poirot's world, click the like button and subscribe for more tales of genius, real or imagined. Remember what Poirot would say: order and method, they never fail. See you in the next mystery.